Morning and welcome to Waterloo Wednesday. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I know I am still just excited about Sunday services, our drive-in services. This past Sunday was so much fun, such a blessing. God bless with wonderful weather and just wonderful volunteers and people pitching in to make it happen, and just a great spirit among the church. And so that was really a special time to be together. Unique and different, but we have fun with it, and we also just thank the Lord for it, and use this as a time where we can get together and worship the Lord. And so we're glad to continue to do that on Sundays at 10 a.m. We'll have our drive-in services in our parking lot, and want to invite everyone out for that. And we have it worked out so that people are spaced apart so that you can properly distance yourself, and not no one needs to get out of their car. We've got a few designated people that will be out, but we're trying to keep the crowds down so we can abide by social distancing regulations. But you can roll down your window, fellowship with those around you, and also still be able to see, Lord willing, we're going to try to position everyone where you can see the speaker and the platform. And so very excited about that, using the FM transmitter to be able to transmit a signal right to everyone's vehicle. And what a special Sunday it was, and looking forward to having several more ahead, so we can get together and still have church. It's what the church does. We assemble. We get together. We're a called out assembly, and that's what we need to do. And so we're going to do our best we can, even when there's bad weather, to just do whatever we can to still meet. So thank you all so much for being a part of that this Sunday. Look forward to seeing more on this next Sunday. As we do that, though, I wanted to just put out there a word of instruction and encouragement to help each other to make sure that we are staying united and focused as a church as we interact more. We need to remember that everyone chooses how protected they want to be. There are some that legitimately have less concerns than others, and others that have legitimately more concerns than others. And everyone chooses, though, how they want to be protected. We are designing our services so that we can follow certain guidelines and restrictions, and so that we can be socially distanced. But we understand that the requirements were for public gatherings where you cannot social distance, where masks are required. And so because we can social distance, you won't see everyone with masks on that are working, but we understand that you might see some that do, and you'll see some in vehicles that don't want to roll down their windows, or they may drive off and not fellowship. There would be some that maybe don't show up, still be out of concerns. And so we just need to remember that we ought to show deference or preference even to one another, realizing that everyone's going to be at a different place and everyone's responsible for their own protection. And so we just need to show respect to where everybody's at. So please don't criticize anyone for what they decide to do. This is not a time for that. This is really a time to come together and unify and encourage one another. And so just show respect to each other for whatever decision they make about their protection. All right, and we'll still just enjoy being together and what we get to do, however we get to do it. Thankful we've been able to continue these online services and means of connecting with one another. And we'll continue to do that as well, so that everyone can stay connected with however they choose to respond to everything that's going on. So besides that, though, wanted to just mention a couple things here. One, I think I just wanted to say was just we've got the prayer and praise request email out. And so if you would like to have a word or a prayer request sent out to the church, or a word of praise sent out, then be sure to email me at samwaterloo@yahoo.com. We'll make sure that gets out today. But besides that, I wanted to just give a word of encouragement through the scripture. My aunt A long time ago, when I was in college, I began to text our family with different verses that were really a blessing to her during the time that her husband, my uncle, was in the hospital, and he eventually passed away. But God really just ministered to her and gave her verses each day that really encouraged her. And so she sent them out to us to be an encouragement. She's continued to do that. One of the verses that she has sent just this past week was 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 9 and 10. And this was a real encouragement to me when I read it, and a reminder that as we're in times that remind us of our infirmities, our physical infirmities, and our insufficiencies, as they even sometimes bring about financial infirmities or emotional or mental, whatever kind of infirmities that we have. This is just a great reminder here. This is a message from the Lord to the Apostle Paul when he asked for his thorn in the flesh 3 times. He asked for it to be removed, and God didn't. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. That's great encouragement and hope that we can have strength in these times, and we can have pleasure and have joy even in this season. And so let's make sure that we are trusting in the sufficiency of God's grace. Well, as I conclude this video, I want to end it with actually a short little segment of pictures that the church members have sent in. We understand that even though we are meeting on Sundays, we don't always get to see everybody. And so several church members sent in some pictures just so that we can see faces and be encouraged by just seeing each other once again. It's been a while since we were able to see everybody. And so this is one way we can see each other and be encouraged. And so I'll finish this video by showing you a little clip of those pictures. So thanks so much for joining today. Trust that God will bless you.